eating pancakes.
GG! Yes, what is up, guys? This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and we have Mr. Dream Twister back.
I'm
Finally.
back.
Oh,
I'm
he
finally
is.
back.
And
I don't have a voice, but I'm here.
he does not have a voice, and something's wrong with his mic there. I don't think I heard him pretty well.
Maybe.
But then we have, of course, Shadows with us as well.
Yep.
Can you hear? Speaking to the mic.
Hello. Wow.
Oh, yes. Good. All right. Just make sure people can hear you. So, yeah, we just finished the Sony press conference. And, well, I'm just going to start as usual. Overall thoughts. And I'm going to start with Miss Shadow. How'd you feel overall with the Sony press conference?
It was good. I was kind of hoping for more newer stuff, not stuff that we've already seen.
Agreed.
And dates, but we didn't get any of that.
No.
And it seems that they focused a lot on VR. I mean, I don't mind that, but like, I've counted there were 6 games VR.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that could have been couch play, you know?
It could have. But you got to understand
I mean,
they have to.
no issues, though.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
issues,
okay,
because there are
good.
people who really do love VR, and I understand that.
Absolutely. Mr. Dream Twister, how did you feel about the press conference?
Man, I don't. What a sad state of affairs that Sony is the one that I expected to bring it home like very hard on this E3 because historically they have been doing that. This is not the typical E3 showcase for them. That was there were games. I'm not gonna deny it. There were some good games, but overall there was no. And we got God of War. There was no marquee moment.
Mm-hmm.
We had the good presentations that we expected, even though we didn't have release dates for almost any of them. We got like early this year, which is, I guess, okay. But there was no like incredible moment. You know, there was no Shenmue 3 and Final Fantasy.
No
Correct,
like
yeah.
mind-blowing moment. I think
none
they
of that.
fell asleep at the wheel.
And I feel like they spent way too much time wanted to remind us, kind of like vindicate VR and make sure that we understood that VR is still a thing and they haven't given up, which it's okay. They needed to deliver that message.
Yep.
Still.
Yep. I have to agree. Personally, I thought the show was good, but I mean, overall, let's be real. We've seen pretty much all of these before, and you know, there's nothing we haven't seen except for a couple maybe. And then of course they did some extended demos on some other ones, but overall, again, we've seen these. I don't know. Let's just go into what we did see.
Yes, let's.
First and foremost, they brought it right out the gate with some Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, some more story type of.
This is story type. I mean, it's a story DLC. So yeah, they show cinematic. Well, not cinematic in the sense of CGI, but you know, it was more story, fleshing out what's happening here and in this DLC.
So where is it really going to take place? Have they really
The
explained
location?
that? Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, it's usually multiple locations in an Uncharted, so it could be a couple places, but.
Because does it take place after 4 or is it completely on its own?
No, it is on its own completely, but my understanding is that it takes place after Uncharted 4. So, overall,
probably characters I don't know yet because I haven't played it.
Oh, Uncharted 4?
You haven't played Uncharted 4?
Okay, yeah.
We've
Well,
discussed this already.
Yes, I think we did. But yeah,
Stop what we're doing.
Yeah.
Go home and
We're
play
gonna-
some at least.
actually, she's gonna play it all right now, and we're gonna
Yes.
come back and finish this recording.
We'll be right back.
But no, so yeah, they showed off a little bit of that. Again, we've seen it already, so it's nothing new. But at least we got to see more of that, and obviously it is coming out this August, so expected.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they show the actual date, but it's August. I know
No,
it's
but
in
it's August, so
Yeah.
that's good enough.
Someone here won a little a prediction right there for Horizon DLC.
Yeah,
Horizon,
like
yes.
Don't forget the orchestra too. I won
Oh,
that.
wait a
That's
minute.
right.
Yeah. First of all, we should address to get this out of the way. What the hell happened to the stream sound?
Oh, in the
Yeah,
beginning,
I
yes,
won-
yes, the audio was
The
gone.
audio ruined pretty much the better of 2 trailers.
Yes, I agree. I gotta go watch those again just so I can hear what the hell they were saying.
Well, yes, exactly.
Yeah. So we missed all of what was being said in Lost Legacy. If they mention a location, we will never know
Yeah.
because we couldn't hear the audio.
Yeah.
So
And
we're
Twitch,
gonna be watching that afterwards.
yes, Twitch was all up in a storm.
They were,
with it.
they were going crazy.
Yeah, they were
They're
like, no audio,
oh my
idiots.
God, ruin Xbox One.
Xbox One, because
And
no audio.
trolling like crazy because no audio.
Oh
Yeah.
man! So no, going back, Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds was
I wonder where
the
that's-
title
I wonder
of the
if it's gonna
DLC
still stay in because
in Colorado.
yeah, I'm wondering if it's gonna stay like in the Rockies itself, just stay right there, or it's gonna go somewhere else farther into the mountains.
Oh, okay.
what it
I see what
looks
you're saying.
like.
Chances are, yeah, they're probably going to extend that. But unfortunately, that didn't really give us a date as usual. They didn't give us any dates whatsoever.
Just shows that it's gonna be sometime this year.
Yes, exactly.
Makes sense.
And then they jumped into Days Gone, and at this point, we finally got the audio back.
Yes, thank goodness. In the
Like,
middle of the trailer,
yeah,
we got the audio
halfway
back.
through.
through, we
Yes.
already.
So yeah, so
Another title that we've seen, and
Exactly.
so we saw a little bit more, different style of gameplay, and it looked good
it looked very Last of Us. I mean, really Last of Us.
in the sense that they had
In-
zombies.
In the sense that they're not zombies, they're freakers, but
Okay.
but they have
Well,
some sort of
Yeah,
weird
that
type
technically
of
kind
thing.
of like zombies.
But also,
They're good.
the crouching and listening to what's going on.
Oh,
and kinda,
yeah.
I mean, it was very
the
similar to
third
The Last of
sense,
Us.
yeah.
No.
Oh, the Sixth Sense.
But it was pretty brutal. Put up some images up there, and when those freakers attack, man, that
Yeah,
was serious.
That was
those
crazy.
mobs.
Like,
Yeah.
like
20
that's probably the one thing that I'd be terrified of if any apocalypse would happen was just swarms of that. That's what makes them scary.
Yes, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. When you got that many, unfortunately, once again, no release date.
Nope.
So unfortunately, who knows when it's coming out? Chances
By-
are not this year, because if it was this year, they'd probably say that,
By
right?
this time, I was still optimistic. I was thinking, well, they're getting those titles out of the way, because of course.
Because we've seen them already.
it's-
Yeah. Yeah. Then they dropped kind of a monster prediction. Not prediction, a game. Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter World. Yes, actually,
Yes.
that was a surprise.
That was
we
a
kept
surprise.
They stole
guessing.
that exclusive from Nintendo.
From Nintendo,
Of all
yes.
places,
I
yeah.
wonder
If that
how it's actually gonna be because
Yeah, if that would have came out on the Switch, I think that would have been a monster hit for Nintendo. But
Yeah.
to
I like-
come on to
Yeah.
a
PlayStation.
PlayStation console,
it's not to say that it couldn't come on the Switch. I mean, we haven't seen the
I
Nintendo
think it
presentation.
might because they didn't say it as an exclusive, so it might be cross-platform.
I just like the
Oh,
fact that
that's
it
true.
looked
That's
it,
true.
it looked a little bit more mature
It
in the
did.
sense that exactly the whole setting. It looked more interesting than when I played Monster Hunter 3.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do it because if you remember how Monster Hunter was, it was you had your central HUD, and then
Mhm.
you would go and do missions.
I think that's all
I
of them
wonder if
have been.
that's-
So that's probably gonna.
Well, who knows?
without a
Because
doubt.
that looks like the whole roaming thing again. But I wonder if they're gonna keep that HUD again or remove it.
I think they'll keep it. I mean, that's a staple of that series.
The
to
HUD?
have it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
To have the,
The
central
central
hub
hub,
location.
looked pretty good.
Or,
I
or
mean,
different. It could have multiple. It could have
Multiple
multiple.
hub?
That would be.
If
yeah.
it was multiple, then
Oh.
yeah, I'd be nice
I'll be
because
down with
that's
that.
kind of what made me fall out of 3. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's just I've started getting bored with the central HUD of just sitting there and then going, having to farm, having to do all these things.
No, we're not talking about Destiny yet.
Farming and Destiny, yes. So yeah, Monster Hunter early 2018. That's about as best a date we got all night.
Mhm.
Then for whatever reason, they redid Shadow of Colossus.
Yes. Again.
That was kind of a surprise.
That was
like,
an
we were
amazing
just like-
surprise.
we were like, wait, is that what I think it is? Really?
Yeah, I was at the moment I saw the guy and the horse and the castle far away. I'm like, this is Shadow of Colossus. Why are they showing this?
Okay,
You
I'll
know?
tell you what happened.
hmm
You know that game that everybody was waiting for? Everybody was excited and everybody wanted to see at E3?
Oh, the Megaton announcement.
Yeah, what was it called? The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
So that didn't pan out well for them, of course. They
No.
already spent a gajillion of dollars, so they were like, oh shit, we're never gonna recuperate this money quick. Let's sell something from the back catalog. Oh, we only have Shadow of the Colossus. Okay, put it.
Yeah.
Let's make Shadow of the Colossus. Let's just remake it and put it out there.
That
Just
being
look-
That's a
said-
great game. Don't get me wrong. It's
It
just
is,
that
it is an amazing.
it was
game.
already
It-
out
yeah.
on PS3, so we have a PS2,
The PS3 was a port. It was a little up-res, but it was literally a port.
Right.
Yeah.
So it
This
was
appears to be
A whole revamp.
a
of
very good, yeah. I won't say remake, but definitely they
Yeah.
they went in and pulled a lot out and put new shit in. You know what I mean? They really did a lot. And
Let's see.
Giovanni apparently is very excited for it.
Really, Giovanni?
it. What about you guys, though?
I
Is
invite
it
you
a-
to
is it a
dust off your
yay or
PS3.
nay?
I never got to play the re-release of it. I
No.
played the original on PS2, and it's been
Yeah,
a
me
long
too.
time. The reason I didn't play the re-release of it is because it looked dated, and I was like, I'm not gonna.
See,
play
you tell
that.
me,
Yeah,
you
know?
tell me this would have been a sequel.
Oh, if it was a
and
sequel, I'd still be
I
down
would have
with
been more excited. You
Yes.
know, but
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
exactly.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had that. Yeah. So that's Shadow of the Colossus again. No freaking date. So sometime in the future, guys.
Sometime.
Then they went into
Usually
Marvel
holiday.
vs. Capcom Infinite, which did get a release date,
Mhm.
September 19th. Anybody interested in Marvel vs. Capcom?
Nope.
No, no interest. Okay, so
No,
moving
Moving
on.
right along.
Yes.
Some
No-
people will be,
no
but we're
fighting
not.
fans
Us,
here
we're
at this,
not.
table.
No.
And then we had Call of Duty World War II release date and trailer. I didn't see any gameplay. Did you see any gameplay? It was just a trailer.
For what?
They
For
showed
Call of
it.
Duty?
I mean, they didn't
Call of
really
Duty.
show like the trailer
Did I say
gameplay kind
Modern
of
Warfare?
thing.
Yeah, they-
I'd say Modern Warfare, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you
did.
I'm sorry. Call of Duty World War II.
II.
I
Sorry.
mean, they showed like the quote unquote gameplay of it when you see him shooting, but that's like really they didn't show like actual like
No HUD. No.
Gameplay.
Okay, this is how you go into no
Yeah,
no
no.
mission that gets interrupted
no
in the interest of time.
no
and then
buttons or
cuts to the
anything.
other
It's
point.
just a point shoot kind of gameplay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
And-
that's what it is.
The
And-
eye appealing gameplay, I should say.
And no announcement of Modern
Modern
Warfare,
Warfare
2. Which, of
Sorry,
course-
Gatonejo. You
Yeah.
got that one wrong, brother. That's funny. I forgot about that too. Then they went and showed off. This is where the VR starts to flow in.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
first one was Skyrim VR,
Which
and
it would have made the Bethesda showing a little bit more interesting.
it would have. They would have
Yeah, it
probably
would've.
extended it to about an hour, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
So yeah, for whatever reason, anybody's still playing Skyrim and goes, you know
Oh,
what?
there's a lot of people.
I know, but they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, okay, you know what I need to do? Spend $400 just so I can play it again in VR mode.
VR.
Right.
And then they moved on to a game called Star Child, which I'm not sure what the heck it was.
It looked like a side scroller that you can view around in VR, even though the character is just
But
moving.
who
yeah,
knows,
it's
though?
it's a side-scrolling VR game.
It wouldn't be the first of its kind. Though.
No, no, not at all.
There've
not
been
at all.
games like
But
that. in VR.
I'm wondering who knows because you see the person running on side scroll and then they get picked up by a giant robot. Will you see through the robot's eyes or will it still stay?
No,
as
I
side
don't-
No, I
scroll?
think
That's
you're
who
seeing like
will-
if you were the god over that
Yeah,
area, just
yeah.
kind of overlooking what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it looked. I don't know.
I mean, that's probably
It looked like it looked like another game, I guess. So simple. I mean, if it wasn't on VR, I would be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" You know what I mean? but
why is this here? This
It's
looks
on
boring.
VR, so maybe it's a little different. Another game they showed off was called The Impatient VR game.
The Impatient, yeah,
The
very
Impatient.
little shown on it. I
And
thought
I-
it was I thought that was gonna be We Happy Few at first.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought, like,
VR?
okay, nobody really liked the way it was coming out when they released that beta. So they're retooling it, they're changing it completely, and this is the new look. But no, it's not We Happy
I
Few.
think it's gonna be like some psycho horror. Kinda
I'm not
game.
sure what it was. Really not sure what it was. And then more VR. Final Fantasy 15, Monsters of the Deep, also
Please,
known as
no.
a fishing game.
that
no,
was
no, 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 no.
that was
No,
completely
no,
dumb and
that was
unnecessary.
garbage.
I don't know. It was, hey, have you ever wanted to just hang out with the guys from Final Fantasy 15 and just like, I don't know, fish around?
Yeah,
And-
Basically fishing. Yeah.
I would have been more okay if they did
Have a
the
camping
game
trip.
in VR instead of that fishing, whatever that was.
And
I'm
here's
not
the,
sure what
here's
it
the thing.
was. That's
We
all I
needed
know.
we knew this was happening because they announced this when Final Fantasy 15 prior its release that they were gonna have a VR experience for
Well,
it.
they did, didn't they? Had that
They
was
had
the Pronto experience.
Yeah,
No,
Prompto.
I don't know. The Prompto experience? I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
that was a DLC.
No, they
Was
had
that
that.
yeah, DLC.
It was VR?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
VR.
VR. You played as Prompto,
You
the
press
the
Pronto first
gunslinger.
person, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then now here's
First time I
more.
heard.
And this is more of it. Yeah.
And this is more because that's what we
What's
asked for.
next? What's next? Final Fantasy VR driving.
Yeah. And then
If
the
it
car
would've
breaks
been
down.
that-
Yeah, exactly.
Except that you can't drive the car because it's on rails.
So you basically it's Final Fantasy the ride then.
Yeah.
Or pretty much it'll be like Pokemon Snap all over again.
Exactly.
I don't know what this was. Yeah.
So yeah, after that they showed off Bravo Team, which looked like maybe a first-person shooter,
Uh-huh.
First-person
shooter
army shooter.
VR game. Not much to say on that because really didn't see much. Can you guys lower that, please?
music is gonna get us banned on YouTube. Thank
Sorry,
you.
guys. So you got some people here that don't understand that we're recording a show.
Yeah.
Moving on, though. So we
Did it
had.
just sound like they made it louder?
I think so.
Yeah.
So then they moved on to a Stuart Little game called Moss.
Yeah, that was adorable.
That was rather
It was adorable, though. It was really cute. I'm not gonna lie.
If
That was
it wasn't
Snoop
on
Dogg.
VR, would you play it?
No, yeah, I probably would.
Yeah,
Well,
he probably would.
I probably would. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
probably would. Yeah.
It's
Is
not
that,
on
is
VR.
that
It has a
adorable?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then from there, they jumped to the big one, God
God of War. Yes.
Big
Uh,
OG.
They didn't give a solid date, but they said early 2018. So that's about the same time Horizon came out this year. So that seems to be the
March probably.
yeah, that seems to be. Well, no, I guess early would be like January, February.
No. Well, January, February,
So,
March.
Yeah.
in other words, the first
Oh, that's
3
true, yeah.
months of the year. I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Usually,
So it's I think
usually that's a dry spot, but they've been putting
yeah.
more games
This year I
in.
think proved that that's not a dry
No.
spot.
No.
That is a well to be expanded on.
because they've been taking it over.
Yeah, yeah. They showed off some gameplay, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we were able to see the kid fight along with his dad.
I'm
there was a
surprised about
well,
that. There was
there
a
was a
portion.
portion where he stabbed a monster, but I'm not sure if you actually get to play as the kid.
No,
Or
well, yeah.
maybe this is just a quick time event.
No, what I'm saying is I saw a scene where Kratos is fighting, and an arrow comes out of nowhere, hits the guy, electrocutes them, and then I see the kid running with the bow and arrow. So I'm like,
okay.
oh,
So he's
snap, he
part
just
of it.
helped it. Yeah,
yeah,
he just
he's
helped him out.
helping.
I'm
Okay,
wondering
yeah.
if the games, because my thought would be like, Kratos dies and then you play as the kid. But now but now that saw this gameplay, it looks like you're still gonna play as Kratos with the kid, him teaching him
Mm-hmm.
how to hunt, how to do all these things, how to survive,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that
It looks
I
that way.
like that.
Looked pretty good, though. Looked
Yeah,
pretty
it
good. But
did, it
again, other than early 2018, we don't have anything solid. And then from then, they moved on to Detroit Become Human,
The
which
what?
is Detroit Become Human,
Detroit Become Human
which was your game that you really.
I would say yes. I would say that was the game that I least expected to be this excited. I think that's my favorite game of the show. I would
Yeah.
call it my favorite game of the
I
show.
agree.
Especially
honestly,
now
yeah.
that we saw more gameplay. We saw a bit
Yeah.
last year, but it was mostly your choice based. They showed a choice situation, but this one we actually saw them moving around and
Well,
also
they-
show which choices you can actually
There's
go
a
to.
story in there that looks really exciting, really interesting to know about. you
Correct,
know,
yeah.
About about androids freeing themselves.
And
And
That's actually if anybody watches Westworld, that's kind of the topic of Westworld. Is a bunch of androids pretty much freeing themselves.
yeah.
Also, there's another one. I think it's called Humans on USA. So it seems
Yes.
to be a
Yeah.
topic nowadays,
Yeah.
especially with all the AI.
Yeah,
you know
androids
what I
want to become human.
noticed? You know what I noticed? In Detroit, the main guy, you know how all the other androids had the little circle? He didn't. He didn't have the glowing circle on
I
his
think
I
he
didn't
did.
notice that.
I think he did.
Did he?
No, he didn't. It
Yeah.
never showed.
Let me see.
Look-
I got a
look-
picture of him here.
It
I
never
don't know
showed
which
at
one
all.
Circle there.
I'm not
Let's
sure if
see.
you can see.
He didn't have any. I noticed that, so I'm like, is he? They keep saying
Maybe he's
he's
just trying to free them?
Android, but
I think he's
That's
an android
interesting.
because he said the way. We gotta watch that trailer again, but I'm almost convinced he's an android. Oh.
Yeah, I
he said
thought
that
so
too.
too.
But I noticed he didn't
He didn't
have
have
the
that
little
little.
circle
Maybe that's
that they
why
all
he's
do.
free because he's not. Maybe that's the connection
Maybe.
that people have.
Or
And,
we
that's
you know,
interesting.
we'll have to wait and
He doesn't
see.
have a USB port.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
And then, of course, from then they moved on to Destiny 2, which
Mm.
we've already seen.
We already seen. We
Destiny
already
all
know
already
what-
had an
all they
event.
showed was just the
Yeah.
cinematic trailer. and that
Nothing
was it.
new.
Correct.
Nothing new. This is
look,
the
there
problem.
it is on
There's
the
a
TV.
fundamental problem with
Conference.
this conference. There was very little shown that we didn't already know, and it was, of course, they will show a little bit different, but still, I mean, I don't need to know another trailer of Destiny. I would have liked to see, a gameplay from another planet, for example, or something with the story. What the hell, you guys looking there?
Yeah, it's
so
Destiny. We're
interesting.
talking about Destiny. Destiny's over.
So-
on
I'll
the
go
screen.
look at
Yeah.
it.
So,
And
so
I
yeah.
think the big hulking guy in white, I think that's what Cade like to say, Gary. I think that's Gary,
That's
the one in white,
I
the
wouldn't
big
know.
white.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, I don't know the lore like that.
The
This
big
guy,
bad
yes, I
guy.
know. I
of
saw him.
the
Yeah,
villain.
yeah. This guy right here. I don't know who that is. So September 6th, we already had that date thanks to the
Mhm.
Destiny event.
Yeah. They
And
spent
then,
at the
and,
event for this game.
Yeah.
They didn't need to bring it here.
exactly.
And
I
don't
agree.
forget that they're gonna be adding exclusives.
Exclusive content.
Oh yeah, I
exclusive
think that's
content.
what it was about. It was exclusive
Yeah, but they
content.
could have just shown the exclusive content. It just go, hey, this
That
Destiny,
still
whatever.
would have been that still would have been unnecessary.
And then there was
And
Spider-Man.
then we saw Spider-Man. Oh my god.
Yes.
Good old Spooderman.
What do you guys think about Spider-Man?
Oh my goodness.
What can I be saying about that? That gameplay looked fantastic. I love the fact that this was actually what I was hoping to see from other games. Just pure gameplay. Just show me the HUD. Show me the way this game is meant to be. It's meant to look like. I was a little concerned with the QTEs.
Yeah, there
There
was a
seemed
lot
to
of
be a little too
QTEs.
many
Yeah.
QTEs.
Mm-hmm.
But
The fighting did remind me very Arkham
Batman,
Knight, Arkham
Asylum.
exactly.
Yeah.
Very Arkham-like for the fighting with the obviously throw in a bunch of Spidey moves and special abilities and all that. But yes, very similar to that, which is not a bad system to be copying. So
No.
I mean,
No.
Shadow of War is going to be doing it,
Mhm.
and so that was really good.
And this is coming from Insomniac too.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I'm
a good
really
team.
surprised and really excited for it.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
how in Shadow of Mordor, whenever you were about to get hit, you will get the Spidey senses.
The Spidey
And Batman
Yes.
also, he will get it. I guess
Yeah.
now you will probably get Spidey
Yeah.
senses.
Like
That's exactly what they're gonna
literal,
call it, yeah.
literal
They're-
Spidey senses.
yes.
Exactly what they're going
They're
to call
canon. They're canon.
I did like
it.
though.
It makes sense now, right?
that he uses his web for everything because Spider-Man. But if you saw, he used it on a cargo
cargo container?
container to grab the guy and stick him to it.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
It was well done. I mean, all of it was great, but I'm wondering how much control do you actually have
From what?
for him? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
Oh,
QTEs. So I'm like,
There's
how
a
much
lot-
control are
exactly.
you
That
actually
could
doing?
break. That could break. If suddenly I have to QTE my way through most of the things, then
Yeah.
that this
Then
gonna-
it's, then
Yeah,
it's
then
just
it can
push
be
the
But
button.
if it's like
Yeah.
Batman level of fighting and control, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I
No.
agree. I
We
agree.
just have to wait.
Plus,
more.
there was a little reveal at the end. Something that I guess I noticed at the end because it looked like the show was over, and then they
Mhm.
came right back, and then they showed what looked to me like, is that supposed to be Miles Morales? Is that supposed to be the
Oh, the new Spidey?
the new Spider-Man?
Mm.
So I'm like, is that the Spider-Man we're looking at now? Because it never said Peter Parker.
No.
Mm-mm.
Although it does say Mary Jane that he was speaking to, right?
Oh.
When remember the phone?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
on
he
the
was-
phone, he was talking to.
Yeah, in
Wasn't
the
there
very
some-
beginning.
Oh.
He was on the phone in the very beginning.
Oh.
He was talking to Mary Jane, and
Oh,
then he was
yeah.
on.
Was that Mary Jane? Can we
Somebody,
confirm
somebody,
that?
somebody should tell Peter Parker
I
then,
know,
because
yeah.
there's some.
Peter Parker, man.
Yes. His
Yeah, when,
Spider- Sorry,
when,
brother.
when he was on the
his spider sense are
perch,
not
right?
tingling.
Once you go Miles, man, you don't go back.
Yeah, when he was on the perch, right on the building, perch on the building.
Yeah, when he was perched on
Yeah,
the
that
building,
was
he
Mary
speaking to
Jane.
Sony. That was Mary Jane. So I don't know.
And then
Maybe he's in it though.
Yeah, maybe
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We might not be playing as him, but we might he might be like training
He's,
or
this
something.
is setting the
or-
sequel already.
Yeah,
This is setting the
exactly.
sequel. Yeah.
Exactly.
But overall, this is at the point where, okay, they're at the height. They're looking good. Okay, what's next? I'm excited to see now, ready to see like new IP, different, something crazy, something out of left field. I wasn't ready for them to wrap up.
Yeah.
So
but they
unceremoniously
unfortunately wrapped up. Yeah.
I think we're
Suddenly it
all
was over.
invested and excited for Spider-Man, and then after that was done, we're just like, we
Honestly,
want more. Where's more?
It
We
was. It
don't
looked like
get
it was
more.
done before that. He came out and said thank you all for coming out, and then we have one more thing to show you.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
Like, oh,
We were
okay.
like, no, they're not gonna
It
finish
can't be
here.
shut that quick. Yeah.
But
We,
shows
and
we were
Spider-Man.
expecting like maybe 5 more because they've done that before where they would be like coming out and then they'd be like, oh, by the way, we're gonna show 5 more new stuff.
Yeah, and it didn't end it quickly. I got to be completely honest with you. If I had to vote now, just right now, like if you ask me point blank,
You're not gonna
I mean, between Microsoft and Sony, I would have to give it to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have to,
they did
I mean,
show more games.
They showed
even
more
though
games.
They try to trick you with the exclusive.
Regardless
and
of the
stuff like that.
exclusivity, the
They
point
showed
is they
all
showed
new
more
IPs.
new games
Yeah,
than Sony did. Sony
Mhm.
literally showed
what they have shown before.
2 new games.
Yeah,
One of which is a remake of an old game. You know what I mean?
but it's an exclusive.
But it is an
a
exclusive.
real
That
true
is true.
exclusive.
That is true. So I still have to give it to Microsoft. I mean,
Yeah,
like
me
I said,
too.
and I said this before we even started watching it. Say, in a way, you can almost look at it and say, well, Sony could be looking and say a lot of
Well-
these games are going to come to Microsoft, to Sony anyway. They're going to come to PlayStation 4. So hey, thanks Microsoft for showing off those games for us. We don't have to show them off. Let's just stick with our whatever.
Which
but
was
that-
shorter. They made it. They made
It
it
did.
shorter,
They
and
did make it shorter.
And it
That-
made the whole
if you
thing
really
look
think
like
about it though, that
worrisome.
kind of hindered them a bit. That they just be like, okay, you got it, all right, then we'll just show what we want.
I don't think that's the plan. I don't think that was really their plan. I
I
understand what
know.
he's saying. I understand what's he saying. Because let's face it, times exclusives are not exclusive. I mean,
Yeah,
times
they're not
exclusives
exclusive.
are a shitty thing to do to customers. And if you celebrate time exclusive, then you should be ashamed of yourself. You should really. You're a bad person then.
Because it's only exclusive for that time.
Because what
and
you're
then
saying
they'll go to
is
something
that
else
you're okay
afterwards.
with playing something and not have your friend that has the different console play it.
Correct.
That's shitty.
That's what happened with Tomb Raider, and that did not work out for Xbox.
No.
That did not work out for Square.
or Square.
So you're gonna have probably a lot of that going on here
If you're gonna
too.
talk about exclusive, talk about first party, your first party exclusive or games that really would not come out on the other console. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, I mean it was an odd one, and I didn't see that coming from them. I figured there was gonna be at least 2, maybe
you think-
3 major things coming.
Yeah.
But
Even you take that away,
Mhm.
and Microsoft still show more
more games,
content.
yeah,
They have to still
way
have
more content. Yeah,
And mind
Yeah.
you, they took like almost a whole hour explaining their console, and then they gave us everything that we wanted to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
I saw,
Game
we
after
saw,
game after
I
game
saw
after
more
game.
Microsoft, and yes, those games will be available also probably on PC. Or a lot of those games will be available on PC and PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw them there at Microsoft.
Mhm.
Games like The Last Night, games like
Anthem.
Anthem,
Yeah.
which I know they're gonna come. It's gonna come to the Sony
Mm-hmm.
console, but I got to see them there. I got to experience that holy
Mm-hmm.
crap moment at Microsoft's conference.
Yeah.
So
Now-
I got to give it to them.
Is that an argument? Is it because they had the more powerful system and the developers wanted to show it as good as it could be?
No.
I don't know. I don't
No.
think The Last Night would require a more
No,
powerful
no,
system.
not last night. Of course not.
So-
Well, something like Anthem.
Perhaps Anthem, yeah.
Perhaps for yeah.
No, I mean,
Well, let's until we see it running on the Pro
True.
or
Yeah.
the other ones, we don't know what the big
Yeah.
difference will be. But
yeah, no.
but yes, I
That's-
agree that probably
That's
could
kind of
be,
that. I mean, because when you think about it, that's what's happened to Destiny. No, Destiny and most of these games ended up being shown on the PlayStation because the PlayStation was the most powerful hardware,
Mhm.
and that's a fact. Now Microsoft had this piece of hardware. They're in dire need of showing games for it. So you know that there was some negotiations.
Yeah, I was going to
But
say there's
still,
probably some negotiation in the background.
It wouldn't
of
be
some
it
sort
wouldn't
of-
be a bad idea though.
here's
Hey,
a little bit
we
of
get
money.
to show this game. Well, we don't know that. We're just speculating.
Yeah, true,
But
Nothing moves anything like money does.
of course, no.
So, yeah.
Money
Yeah.
makes the world go round.
Yeah,
Of course,
exactly.
of course. But they get a good and we get to show this as good as it could possibly get. As good as it could possibly see on a big ass 4-screen TV,
4K.
4K TV that they had in the background. That of course we can't appreciate it because we're looking
Because
at it
we're
through
looking at it on,
Twitch and
exactly.
through YouTube.
Exactly.
And stuff like that.
Unfortunately.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, so that brings us to the end here. That's mine, by the way. I kind of have to give it to Microsoft. Ubisoft's conference was pretty good too as well. They kind of stuck to the games. They didn't have a lot of games, but they showed gameplay on all of them. Most of them have some sort of date or range of a date. So I had to give that. I'd say they're pretty up there as well. And say Sony, hey, I enjoyed what I saw, but I kind of seen a lot of this already. So I have to give it to Microsoft.
game that you enjoyed, or your game of the Sony conference.
The game of the Sony conference.
Yeah, which one for you?
I'll
I said
probably have to
Detroit.
say Detroit. Yeah, I'd probably say
I said
Detroit as
Detroit.
well.
Yeah.
God of War looked great.
No,
you
of
know
course,
what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it always looked great.
It
You
always
know,
looks
yeah,
good, and
like-
we sort of know what to expect.
Exactly,
though,
yeah.
and and then you
Exactly.
show like, okay, if this is gonna be a
Spider-Man
different
was
type.
also great, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course.
but it
of
was
course,
a lot of
course.
QTE, so I just don't know. You
But
know
it-
what I mean?
I'd say if God of War wanted to be different and wanted to show like a tech, like suddenly a tech tree, not a tech tree, but a skill tree
Mhm.
or RPG elements or stuff like that, then I would have been like, oh, okay, so they're going into completely new ground.
Mhm.
But so far, I mean, it does looks like another God of War, which is great because God of War it's great,
It is. Yeah.
and this one looks like it has that interesting
Well,
story.
we just
but
have to wait and
more.
see.
Yeah.
They're showing little by little. We don't really know the full
see,
thing
they
yet.
can't afford it, but they should. I feel like if God of War would have had something else already, they would have showed this is the moment because
I'm
that game is
sure.
gonna release next year.
I'm sure
It's early
since
next year,
everyone's
yeah.
trigger happy to show
At this
everything
point- at this
to get
point-
that
They
hype
still have
going.
December though.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we don't know what's coming out in December.
No,
What
no,
is
no.
coming out
I'm
in
saying
December?
they have their press conference that they do.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation
Uh,
Experience.
happy
yeah,
PlayStation
but,
experience. Yeah, that one.
I mean, if we have
That's
to keep
just-
waiting at this
Yeah,
point.
that's a few months
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's how I feel about it. I think Microsoft won. Period.
and we still haven't seen Nintendo's, so we're just gonna be like that.
Yes.
I mean, we kind
No
of
offense to
already know
Nintendo,
what
yeah.
is going to be.
They have the
at
rabbits,
Nintendo,
which we saw already.
Yeah.
because they've been talking about what they were going to have for a while,
Yeah.
especially with their
Super Mario, they're gonna show off
directs
Super Mario
and all
Odyssey.
that.
Yeah.
Which
We
I'm
kind
sure
of
look
already
great.
We'll post
know.
our impressions of the Nintendo one. I don't think we're gonna be doing a
No.
after
No,
show because
no.
they don't have a show.
They don't
They're gonna have a little show, but then they have the whole treehouse, right?
Correct.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
the whole day.
The whole
so,
day type
yeah.
of thing, which I will
Which-
pop in and out. I'm not going to be watching.
All you
Yeah.
really do is just need to watch like the first hour when they show everything, and then after that, just
There you
zip
go.
out,
Yeah.
zip
All
on
right.
out of there.
Let's
All right, guys. So that brings us to the end. This is a PlayStation conference review, and we will see you next time on GG.
GG!
All right, guys.